Breaking overnight, shots fired at a Madison apartment complex. We look into its troubled past and solutions to address the violence.
Plus, new state vaccination requirements for schools. What your child needs before the first day of school. Good Friday morning and welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Kyrie Lee.
And I'm Chris Stanford. Thanks for tuning in. A lot going on this weekend. It's just like one thing after another. So many options for everyone out there.
As always.
And the weather's really cool still.
Yes. It's shaping up pretty good. You might need a light jacket here and there, but I think this is pretty comfortable. I won't say cold anymore. This is comfortable.
It's ideal as far as I'm concerned. Let's get out to meteorologist Vienna on the patio. How's it feeling out there?
Guys, it's a little cool for this time of year. Temperatures are slightly below average. Our daytime highs will be actually 10 degrees below average today. That pattern sticks around until about early to midweek next week. Mid to late week is when our better chances for showers are going to return to the forecast. Overall, dry pattern continues through the weekend, even into early next week. And then Monday, Tuesday, that's when temperatures will be closer to what's normal for this time of year across southern Wisconsin in early August to mid-August, I guess now. 54 in Madison. There's some 50s. Cross Plains is only sitting at that 50-degree mark, not as cool as Juneau, sitting at a cool 48 this morning. I think we'll see more of that spread out across southern Wisconsin tonight. Definitely going to be cooler than what we even see on the temperature map. Current temperatures for the most part somewhere around the 50-degree mark. Some of us is close to 60 still at this point in time, but that even is still below average. Winds are not a problem right now. We'll talk about when breezy conditions are going to return and how cool temperatures are going to be through this weekend. It's all coming up a little later, guys.
All right, Savannah, thank you so much. And we start with breaking news overnight of another shooting at the Harmony Apartments.
Madison police say they responded just before 8:30 last night after getting calls about those shots. Police say no one was hurt. Officers did not find any property damage. They did find evidence, though, that there was a shooting.
That's right. Let's get a closer look at where exactly this happened. It's near the I-90-94 split. There are several parks not far from the apartment as well. Police say there's no risk to the public. The Madison Police Department is investigating. The East Side complex has been riddled with issues, including gun violence. 2 young people were killed in separate instances of gun violence just last year.
Police there say that there is no risk to the public again at the moment, but we got to talk about the history of the Harmony Apartments. Our Michelle Renee Quinn has been looking into this and what's being done about it. Michelle Renee, what can you tell us?
Well, residents at the Harmony apartment complex tell us management is not doing much to mitigate the issues. Residents say while they do have an officer coming once a week, the majority of action comes from community members trying to make it safer. News 3 Now spoke with Alicia Grant. Her son, Devon Grant, died from gun violence at the apartments in July 2023. After the loss of her son, Grant says she takes daily walks through the apartments to keep an eye out for danger. Grant says the lack of resources at Harmony leaves older kids with nothing to do but get into trouble. When the apartments first opened, she says the developers shared that they would offer resources like financial training and after-school tutoring to residents. Grant says residents have yet to see that happen.
Ain't nothing getting done over here, nothing.
In attempts to give kids something to do, Grant bought a basketball rim, hoping kids would be kept out of trouble. They made her take it down, and she feared more violence would follow, and it did.
A girl shot in the parking lot.
15-year-old Kaisha Miller shot and killed in October last year. 3 other teens were also injured in the October shooting. Suspects have been charged in both cases. Donovan Douglas is facing 3 counts of attempted homicide, first-degree recklessly endangering safety, obstructing, and felony bail jumping. Now, if kids want something to do, they need to travel 3 miles to get to the closest library and farther to the community center. Residents are doing what they can to make their homes safe, and for now, Madison police are continuing to investigate last night's shooting.
All right, we will be asking Madison police what more is being done as we continue to cover this story. Michelle Renee Quinn, thank you for that in-depth look.
Yes.
Now is a good time to download the free Channel 3000 mobile app. We'll push updates to this story anytime we receive them, and you can find our previous reporting on issues at the Harmony. Just download it wherever you get your apps. New information this morning out of Vienna. Investigators are looking into the networks of the suspects involved in that foiled plot to attack 3 Taylor Swift concerts. That's according to the Austrian Interior Ministry. 3 suspects are in custody. A 4th suspect questioned but not arrested. Authorities say the plot was inspired by the Islamic State and that one suspect had bomb-making materials at their home.
And you probably think about school supplies when you hear about the back-to-school season, but getting your kids ready for the classroom goes well beyond that.
It's also important that their immunizations are up to date to protect them from vaccine-preventable diseases. One change by the Wisconsin Department of Health Services this year has to do with chickenpox. Previously, a parent or guardian simply needed to provide a note saying that the child has had the disease. Now, the meningococcal vaccine is required for students entering 7th grade, and certain students entering 12th grade also now require a booster. In addition, the note explaining a previous infection must come from a healthcare provider.
It's about community protection, right? The more people in a community that has vaccinations, the more community protection we can have, because some people can't get vaccinations.
DHS also says updated vaccines for the flu and COVID-19 are not mandatory, but are strongly recommended.
And as the school year inches closer, we're helping to ensure local students have the supplies they need for heading back to that classroom.
They need them, and they need your help. News 3 Now is teaming up once again with the Boys and Girls Clubs of Dane County for our big back-to-school supply drive. You saw us kick that off on Monday with the Stuff the Bus event outside of Hilldale. Supplies can be donated anytime now through next Friday, the 16th. We're collecting backpacks, pens, paper, all the typical stuff for back to school. So we need you to stop by any Boys and Girls Club location or our studios here at Raymond Road for those donations. Again, you have until Friday, the 16th. Here at 6:06, let's take a live look at the White House. The Biden administration is celebrating the second anniversary of the passage of the Inflation Reduction Act. Officials are touting the creation of 300,000 clean energy jobs across the nation, including in Wisconsin. White House National Climate Advisor Ali Zaidi says that there is funding still available from the Inflation Reduction Act.
Consumers now can access funds from the Inflation Reduction Act as rebates when they go shopping for a new HVAC system or new appliances that will help them save money on utility bills.
Opponents of the Inflation Reduction Act say supply chain issues, permit delays, and grid capacity all challenge the ability to successfully implement these green initiatives.
All right, let's check in with Savannah. Savannah, what's coming up?
Guys, temperatures even cooler than this time yesterday, 5 to even close to 15 degrees cooler. We'll talk about how long this temperature trend will stick around for southern Wisconsin.
And also ahead, hear from the latest transfer into the Badgers volleyball team. That's up next in sports.
And we're live at Bree Stevens Field this morning with what's happening with Forward Madison yet to come this weekend that you're going to want to check out in the 608.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning, brought to you by Toyota.
It's Toyota's national sales event. Swipe into end of summer fun with an exciting new Toyota. Whether you're paddleboarding in a RAV4, mountain biking in a Tacoma, or tubing with your best friends in a Camry, you'll find plenty to post about all summer long.
Right now, during Toyota's national sales event, you can lease a new Tacoma for $349 a month. Or get 2.99% APR for 60 months on a new Tundra.
Come in today. Ooh, like.
Toyota, let's go places.
With Sweeto Metal Roofing, you get quality metal roofs installed by the best in the business. A metal roof means no fading, no storm repairs, true sustainability, and lower energy bills.
Sweeto Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
This right here is confidence in a bottle. It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
It takes a rebel to make something beautiful. Beauty takes courage. It's an act of joy. So resist the ordinary and embrace the wow at Floor & Decor.
News 3 Now, in partnership with the Boys and Girls Club, is collecting school supplies for area students, and we need your help. Drop off school supplies at any of our Dane County locations from now until August 16th, or make a monetary donation at channel3000.com. Thank you for helping hundreds of youth by making a generous donation to the News 3 Now Back to School Supply Drive. Sponsored by Metcalf's Market, Lamer's Bus Line, and Midwest Financial Group.
Hi, I'm Peter Gottlieb with the League of Women Voters of Dane County. In the August 13th primary election, voters will pick their preferred Democratic or Republican candidates for the United States Congress and the Wisconsin State Legislature. The winners will be on the ballot in the November 5th general election, which will include votes for president and state and federal offices. Learn more at vote411.org.
3 things to know, part of News 3 Now's 3 Cares Community Impact. You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
Time now is 6:11 on your Friday morning. Forward Madison FC is having a big year in the 608, and this weekend is no different.
Josh Sprider live at Breeze Stevens Field this morning with what's going on there this weekend. Hey, Josh.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, it is year 6 for Forward Madison here, and this year, like no other, another big one. They're actually cleaning up from a concert here last night, so it has been a big summer for Breeze Stevens Field itself and a big summer for Forward Madison. They're going to have a big weekend, and they're inviting you down because there's going to be a special star that a lot of football fans are going to be excited to see. Connor with Forward Madison is joining us in the best seats in the house, some might say. Good morning, Connor.
Good morning.
So you guys have been having a heck of a year, and you know, obviously you're in the thick of the season and things are going so well for you.
Yeah, the team's playing great. We've had a great season so far. Matt Glazer, our head coach, is 3rd year here with the team. We had 12 players return from last year, and just so far we've had great results on the field. So we're excited to continue to have another home game Saturday night and hopefully keep winning here at home.
You know, when you think of 6 seasons, that's quite a long time, and you guys have continued to see that growth here in downtown Madison, which is so exciting.
Yeah, the community support's been amazing. Like we tried to have the community build this team. The community picked our name, they picked our colors, they even picked our logo. And the way the community has supported Forward Madison, we're so lucky. Crowds continue to grow. Just really awesome to bring the community together and enjoy a Saturday night here at Breeze.
And you talk about those partnerships too, you know, bringing people here also helps with that excitement. Look at this weekend, Mason Crosby is coming to town. I mean, that's huge to be able to get some of those big name stars to be able to partner with you and help you succeed.
Yeah, you know, it's our American football night, Saturday night. Packer legend Mason Crosby will be here. Should have a great crowd. You get a chance to meet Mason. And it's just, you know, the product on the field is great, but we have to create other reasons or other ideas for people to come out, like bringing Mason Crosby in. Maybe you're not a soccer fan, but come meet a Packer legend and enjoy a great soccer game.
Yeah, it's all about community. And you guys will be competing for the Jägermeister Cup?
Yes, the Jägermeister Cup. So the USL, our league's version of an in-season tournament. And so far the team's doing great. We lead our table. Saturday night against Chattanooga is a Jägermeister Cup game. If we win that match and win another match, we have a good chance to be in the playoffs and potentially host an additional game here at Breeze Stevens Field.
Oh, we love to see that. So obviously you guys are in the middle of the season. You still have plenty of time. If people haven't been out yet, I know next week you also have Oktoberfest.
Yes, you bet. Yeah, our celebration of that German Oktoberfest. You can get a ticket in a boot, a Forward Madison boot, 67 ounces of beer for just $45. So all kinds of fun stuff. 7 home games left to get out to Breeze Stevens Field before the season ends.
Yeah, if people haven't been here, you know, what would be your encouragement for folks to be able to come try out a game?
Yeah, it's, you know, there's something for all ages. We have an amazing supporter section. In soccer, you have these supporter sections, these diehard fans that are banging drums, lighting smoke, waving flags all game long. The Flock is our supporter section. They're a great part of the entertainment in addition to the great on-field play. And, you know, we just have whether you're a 5-year-old or 85-year-old, there's a great seat here to enjoy the game. You're 10 feet from the action on all 4 sides of the field. And it's really great soccer. Professional athletes at a super high level right here downtown Madison.
A lot of talent. All right, Connor, thank you so much for your time this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
If you'd like to learn more about what's happening here at Breese-Stevens Field with Forward Madison for the rest of the season, you can find links up on channel3000.com, guys. What a beautiful morning. It is a little chilly. I had to pull the jacket out this morning, but I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. Watching the sunrise this morning as we're out here on the field.
Oh, a little jealous. A little jealous this morning. Josh, yeah, make it out Saturday night. Mason Crosby, that's a big get. Packers legend.
Big name.
Sure is.
All right, Josh, thank you. We'll check back in a little bit. But remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. You can reach out either on social media or you can email us at inthe608@WISC-TV.com for a chance to be featured.
All right, got all sorts of people here on the morning shift breaking out the fall fashion this morning, including
We're
Savannah.
not calling names out, right, guys?
Not at all either, Savannah.
No shade.
I did bring the boots and the sweater dress out because it is kind of chilly out there. Not as cool as what we're forecasting, though, for tomorrow. We're anywhere between about 5 and close to 15 degrees below what we had yesterday. We're 9 degrees cooler in Wisconsin Dells, 6 degrees cooler this time yesterday. Madison, 5 in Janesville, a little cooler to our northwest, though, where temperatures pretty much all across southern Wisconsin are in the 50s, but Juneau sitting at a cool 48 this morning. I think that area will see that more widespread across southern Wisconsin, somewhere near the 50-degree mark tonight, with areas falling as low as the upper 40s. So it will be chilly for sure out there tomorrow morning. If you get cold easy, definitely have a jacket this morning and tomorrow morning. I do think we'll see a couple of isolated sprinkles potentially, but like yesterday, most of the area staying dry. I think we'll see more sunshine overall. We're waking up to mostly sunny skies right now. I do think we'll start to see some cloud cover move in as we head for the afternoon and evening, but then temperatures falling to about 50 tonight, with areas falling into the upper 40s, as low as the upper 40s. Temperatures today and tomorrow, upper 60s, lower 70s. Because of yesterday's cold front, temperatures are going to be about 10 degrees below average, likely only reaching the upper 60s, at least in a couple spots out there. If you're still picking which day to make plans outside, neither day feature a rain chance. It will be a little bit more breezy tomorrow, but more fall-like with a high of 73 for your Saturday, up to 77 for Sunday. A little bit warmer. Temperatures are going to climb closer to what's seasonal for this time of year, at least in Madison and across southern Wisconsin. We'll start to see even warmer temperatures beyond that 77 on Sunday into early next week, definitely by mid to late week next week. You can see the cooler, the greens, those are below average temperatures for us. That sticks around. We start to see some yellows rebound. That's still below normal. Separating the hotter air are those very darker colors, the purple well above average temperatures. Eventually that ridge that's building over the Great Plains in the deep south, that does look to expand, so we could be closer to normal, like I mentioned, by that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday time frame on your 7-day or 10-day forecast. That's going to return Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and last through this upcoming weekend.
2 days, 4 practices, and one message from Kelly Sheffield to his team to carry on throughout the season. Bring it. Every day, every set, and every point. And this year's squad has a handful of new faces to it, including Montana grad transfer Carly Anderson. The Badger setter joined UW in the spring, so she already feels right at home, except for the fact that it's still a pinch-me moment that she's a Wisconsin Badger.
It feels surreal, still a little bit. I've gotten used to the feeling, but every day is exciting for me because every day is new, and every day I'm like living a dream, essentially, and I think about that a lot. And this is a dream program for me. They have everything. It's the best of the best here. If I could have picked a school when I was 8, it would have been Wisconsin. If I picked a school when I was 16, it would have been Wisconsin. And obviously, when I got the chance, it had to be Wisconsin.
Speaking of Badger volleyball, a pair of former standouts will play for a gold medal on Sunday as Team USA beat Brazil in their semifinal match. In the first 2 games of their series in Atlanta, the Brewers were feeling it in the batter's box. 18 runs on 32 hits, and that offensive onslaught, well, it continued in their series finale. The last time the Brewers swept the Braves in Atlanta, certainly a tool, it was 2016, and they were loving the long ball in this one. Jackson Churio sends a 2-run jack to center for one of his 2 bombs on the day. He becomes the youngest Brewer in franchise history to hit 2 homers in a game. As a team, they blasted 6 home runs and brought out the brooms. They sweep the Braves 16-7 in the final. And that's it for morning sports. Have a great day.
And coming up, a big farm animal just set a new record. We'll show you up next.
Coming up in our next half hour, we're going to break down some new polling from Marquette Law School and what Americans think about the Supreme Court. We're back after this.
Need help with a consumer issue? Contact News 3 Now's Call for Action.
Hey there, Madison. Dina here again. If you have a plumbing emergency, you need the RHD Dream Team difference. Call us in the morning and we'll see you the same day. If it leaks, bursts, or freezes, you need the RHD Dream Team. We remedy your disaster fast. That's the Dream Team difference.
I'm Megan Tim, Director of Community Health at SSM Health. You may know us as healthcare providers, but we live here too. And as good neighbors, we know our community thrives when we take care of each other. That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are sharing the keys to health. Watch for our expert information and advice on air, online, and at fun local events. Join SSM Health and News 3 Now, and together, we'll unlock a healthier community by taking time for kids.
I have prepared a Thomas's breakfast for you to savor together.
Thanks, Tom. Hey, are English muffins from England?
Heavens no, they're from the pantry.
Are you from England?
Nay, I am also from the pantry. Huzzah! A toast to breakfast.
Dad, are you certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters, like the certainty of 4imprint, your home for high-quality promotional gear, including exclusive items and brands they love. Printed perfectly and guaranteed to arrive on time. To wow your clients, nail your next event, or inspire your team, check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
To everyone out there who loves Culver's,
The feeling is mutual. Everything's made fresh.
everything. Everything.
It's our pleasure.
This is me and my happy place.
I wouldn't trade our Culver's for any other restaurant.
Culver's. We love our guests.
Love.
Love.
As much as our guests love us.
This is me and my happy place.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Get a great deal and do a great deal of good when you shop at Habitat Restore. From furniture and decor to appliances and building materials, we've got everything you need for your next project. Shop our convenient East and West locations today.
At Toyota's National Sales Event, we've got a long lineup of vehicles for summer fun, like Camry, RAV4, Highlander, BZ4X, Tundra, Corolla Hybrid, Tacoma, Sienna, Corolla Hatchback, Sequoia, Prius Prime, RAV4 Hybrid, Land Cruiser, GR Supra, Toyota Crown, Ford.
Right now, you can lease a sporty new 2024 Corolla for $219 a month, or lease a new 2025 Camry for $349 a month.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
They say the kitchen is the heart of the home, but one look at this mess proves this love affair was over. If outdated, worn, and no wow factor describes a room in your home, you need the RHD Dream Team difference. We'll be on time, on budget, and fabulous from design to installation to put the heart back into your home.
6:23 on your Friday morning. Take a look at this. Another beautiful here from Michael. Take a look at that, guys.
Oh, that
Seriously
color.
obsessed with the yellows.
Like, this almost looks like a painting. It's so like, just the colors are so vivid. It's,
Are we sure it's not a painting?
Yeah.
No.
Is it a painting or is it a
this
photo?
Looks legit. It looks beautiful. I like it.
We'll get the experts
You
back
know
in the
what?
booth
They
to confirm
probably
that.
used portrait mode. That's why it looks so good.
Fair. Yeah.
Thanks, Michael. Well, it is pandemonium in San Diego. The zoo just opened up their giant panda exhibit. Fans lining up to check out the new couple, a 5-year-old male and a 4-year-old female. It's the first time pandas have been on display at the San Diego Zoo since 2019. They're currently the only giant pandas in the U.S. Officials say their presence demonstrates a feeling of goodwill between the U.S. and China.
I think they're definitely cute creatures, but of course, as you mentioned, they're still bears.
It will still rip your face off.
Do not get in the enclosure, that is all. Just stay away from the enclosure.
I want to go to the San Diego Zoo one day.
It is a beautiful, beautiful zoo.
The crowds there yesterday, just wild.
Yeah.
Yes.
Opening up that new exhibit. Well, check this out. A record-setting boar at the Iowa State Fair. This is Finnegan in Des Moines. They hold a big boar contest every year, and Finnegan just set a new record for the biggest ever to enter the competition at 1,428 pounds. It is the third time the owner has won. So that owner knows what he's doing.
He's patting him
you're
pretty
matching
hard.
him today.
my little pink and gold.
Yeah.
Okay, Finnegan, I see you.
Look at that. That's a nice shot there.
Now, what is the owner feeding this pig to weigh over 1,000 pounds?
I mean, it's actually quite concerning.
Share
Is he
the
okay?
food.
Is he
We're worried about you,
okay?
Finnegan. You know, we care.
Yes.
Yeah.
Questions that need answers. What is he eating?
Yeah, we need to know. Guys, this weekend looking absolutely beautiful for anyone planning on heading out to do anything that's happening around the Madison area. Chilly right now, though, 54. Well, I say chilly. Chris says it's not chilly outside. He says it's comfortable. You know, we really like when the overnight lows fall into the 50s and then they reach the, lower to mid 70s.
So we're talking about, light jacket weather in the morning, maybe a hoodie or something.
I know. Grab that. Don't forget it. If you get cold easy, you want it this morning. We'll talk about the trend in the next couple of days.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Earn a 25-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $50 you spend this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's a 25-cent fuel saver for every $50. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I am so looking forward to this. We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point. Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK
or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
We'll be there before you hang up the phone.
Right now with Papa Murphy's, we've got a great deal.
Which means I make more great pizza.
Get select large thin crust pizzas for $8.99. Papa Murphy's. We make great pizza so you can make the pizza great.
Such a great deal.
$8.99.
I'm a nurse to make lives better. Today, that's hard to do because of the open border. I've seen firsthand the damage that Kamala Harris caused as our country's borders are. Hospitals everywhere are overwhelmed, and American patients are paying the price. My patients are covering the healthcare costs for people here illegally while their own care is jeopardized. Kamala Harris is weak and dangerous.
Preserve America PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
My husband and I finally agreed that we need a new bathtub and shower. So he went right to work on handling the project. That's him going online researching bathtub and shower installers. And there he is, calling a few places to get an estimate. I think he's procrastinating.
Call 1-800-HANSONS for a new shower or bathtub you'll love. Installed in as little as 1 day.
It's okay. I called 1-800-HANSONS.
We custom fit your new bathtub or shower into your existing space for a fast, convenient, and hassle-free installation with any safety features your family needs. Safety bars, seats, and more with a no-leak guarantee.
Oh, hey, I'm gonna call 1-800-HANSONS.
That's great, hon.
Get 50% off installation or no interest and no payments for 1 year. Offer ends soon.
Call 1-800-HANSONS. Get it done.
What have we got?
The Andersons. All night, tossing and turning, bad backs, sleep score at an all-time low.
Round up the team.
At Denver Mattress, going undercover is literally how we solve problems.
And when we find sleepers waking up with aches and pains, we turn to the Tempur-Pedic Adapt, designed for ultimate pressure relief that uniquely adapts to your body's pressure points. The Tempur Adapt features innovative technology, so you get deep, undisturbed rest all night long.
Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
Earn a 25-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $50 you spend this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's a saver for $50. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Breaking overnight, people living at an East Side apartment complex report hearing gunshots there once again. What we know so far this morning.
Plus, a deadly Listeria outbreak and the link to Wisconsin. Good morning. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Kyrie Lee.
We're going to get right back to that breaking news overnight of another shooting at the Harmony Apartments.
That's right. Madison police say they responded just before 8:30 after receiving calls about multiple rounds of shots fired. Police say no one is hurt and officers did not find any property damage. However, they did find evidence that a shooting happened. Now let's get a closer look here at where exactly this was. The apartments near the I-90-94 split.
Yeah, so even though police say there is no risk to the public this morning, the Eastside complex has been riddled with issues including gun violence.
2 young people were killed in separate instances of gun violence just last year. Our Michelle Renee Quinn is here now with more details. Michelle, Renee?
Residents at the Harmony apartment complex tell us management is not doing much to mitigate the issues. Residents say while they do have an officer coming once a week, the majority of action comes from community members trying to make it safer. News 3 Now spoke with Alicia Grant. Her son Devon Grant died from gun violence at the apartments in July 2023. After the loss of her son, she does a daily walkthrough of the apartments to keep an eye out for danger. Grant says the lack of resources at Harmony leaves older kids with nothing to do but get into trouble. When the apartments first opened, she says the developers shared that they would offer resources like financial training and after-school tutoring to residents. Grant says residents have yet to see that happen.
Nothing getting done over here, nothing.
To give kids something to do, Grant bought a basketball rim, hoping to keep kids out of trouble. They made her take it down, and she feared more violence would follow, and it did.
A girl shot in the parking lot.
15-year-old Kaisha Miller shot and killed in October last year. 3 other teens were also injured in the October shooting. Suspects have been charged in both cases. Donovan Douglas is facing 3 counts of attempted homicide, first-degree recklessly endangering safety, obstructing, and felony bail jumping. If kids want something to do, they need to travel 3 miles to get to the closest library and farther to the community center. Residents are doing what they can to make their homes safe, and for now, Madison police are continuing to investigate last night's shooting.
All right, Michelle Renee Quinn, thank you. If you want to look at some previous reporting that we've done on the Harmony Apartments and the issues there, and it's been pretty extensive, you can find it all through the Channel 3000 mobile app. Look for it wherever you get your apps.
Now let's check in with meteorologist Savannah Brito, who's here now with your certified most accurate forecast. How's it feeling out there?
Guys, dare I say it, it's a little chilly outside this morning, but temperatures, they're going to fall even more tonight into tomorrow morning. So you will want a light jacket, a sweatshirt, maybe sweatpants before heading out, either early today or late tonight into early tomorrow. We're at 54 in Madison, not the coolest temperature. Juneau is sitting in the upper 40s. Most of the rest of the area, somewhere between 50 and up to the upper 50s, but still a little bit cooler than what we normally see across southern Wisconsin. Early to mid-August. Winds right now are calm, not moving much, but we are going to see these increase. That was also with the cold front we saw yesterday. Few very stray showers. Winds did briefly increase. We'll see that continue today. And then into the first half of your weekend, that's also when temperatures are going to fall, because also of that cold front, knocking our temperatures down about 10 degrees below average. Definitely a cooler day ahead today and tomorrow compared to what we just saw yesterday. We are going to continue to also see dry conditions up until about mid to late week next week. That's also when temperatures are going to return to near normal. We'll talk about that pattern coming up a little later, guys.
Savannah, thank you. Now to continuing coverage of the death of Devontae Mitchell. Milwaukee police are still looking for 1 of 4 people prosecutors charged with killing the 43-year-old. Former Hyatt Regency front desk agent Devin Johnson Carter, security guards Todd Erickson and Brandon Turner are all in jail. An arrest warrant is out for 52-year-old Herbert Williamson, who was working as a bellhop when Mitchell died. Prosecutors accuse the 4 men of causing Mitchell's death while committing misdemeanor battery. The medical examiner labeled his death as a homicide. An investigation report says the incident started after Mitchell ran into a women's bathroom in the Hyatt Regency where the 4 men worked. Mitchell's mother says her son was having a mental health episode. Video shows the men pinning him down as he apologizes and begs them to stop.
6:34. The prosecution underway now for a man who was caught on camera attacking an elderly disabled woman. Prosecutors say Ramsey Hammond Jr. tried to rob the woman outside of the Metro Market in Shorewood Hills last June. Video shows Hammond throwing her to the ground, shattering her elbow. This isn't the first time Hammond's faced accusations like this. He has a previous criminal conviction for harming a woman with cerebral palsy. A frustrating discovery for the family of the most recent alleged victim.
Experience has been frustrating, disappointing, and very much filled with anxiety. So we're just praying that this doesn't happen to any other person.
Lombardi says her sister is still recovering both physically and mentally. Hammond was supposed to have a plea hearing yesterday, but because of a technical error, it was delayed until the 26th.
And as you get ready to send your kids back to school, state health officials want you to add one more thing to your checklist. DHS says all children should receive lead testing. Lead poisoning can impact a child's growth, behavior, and more. Even if clear signs of lead poisoning don't appear, it can still be affecting your child's body. Most exposure comes from chipped or peeling lead-based paint in homes built before 1978. Other resources include old vintage painted toys, certain spices, and even drinking water. Even if you don't think your kid's been exposed, you should still get them tested. To do that, ask your child's doctor about testing. And if you don't have insurance, please call Public Health Madison and Dane County at the number on your screen and ask to speak with the lead program nurse.
The CDC reporting more cases of another death due to that Listeria outbreak linked to meats sliced at delis. Since the last update from the agency on July 31st, 9 more cases have popped up. That brings the total number now to 43. Now, none of those new cases are in Wisconsin, but there is an existing case here. All those people have been hospitalized. The newest death brings the number of people who died up to 3 now. You should stay clear of all Boar's Head deli products, including prepackaged meats. Right now, the company is facing a class action lawsuit for the Listeria outbreak, which officials have directly linked to its products. The plaintiff alleges that Boar's Head didn't fully inform the public about the outbreak on July 25th. Instead, the company expanded the recall to all of its deli products 5 days later on the 30th. The CDC is actively investigating.
U.S. mortgage rates are at their lowest in more than a year. It comes after a weaker than expected jobs report a week ago. The report raising the odds of the Federal Reserve cutting interest rates in September. Rates for a 30-year fixed mortgage rate sitting at 6.47%. That's down nearly a quarter of a percentage point from last week. Rates are almost down a full percentage point from this high in May of 2023. In turn, new home buyers will have more purchasing power, while home owners will be able to refinance at better rates.
The city of Madison is looking to use some new federal funding to provide veterans with much-needed affordable housing.
Our Armand Rahman breaks down the policy from the Department of Housing and Urban Development and brings us the story of how it's helping a local veteran.
If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have made it.
Staff Sergeant Juan Ramirez says he owes his life to the HUD-VASH program. He served in the Texas National Guard, but after losing his job during the COVID pandemic, he ended up homeless and suicidal in Platteville. That's when he called the Veteran Crisis Hotline.
And they're the ones that rescued me. And all you got to do is say yes and show up for the appointments. They'll take care of everything else, all the paperwork, all the stuff. They're incredible.
With an additional $68,000 from HUD, more veterans in the Madison area are eligible for the program, which helps veterans experiencing homelessness find housing and support through case management and other services.
Having enough funding to administer the program so that we can get that help into the hands of veterans who need them faster.
Currently here in Dane County, 43 veterans are experiencing homelessness, but not all are eligible for the program. The Biden-Harris administration also made changes to make it more accessible.
Veterans who have service-related disability income were being hurt by HUD's income limits. So today we're announcing that for the purpose of eligibility in the VASH program, service-connected disability payments will no longer be considered.
Those who make up to 80% the area median income, or $68,500 for a single person, will now be eligible.
We want our veterans to have a successful life in the community the way they want it to be. All of our veterans have recovery goals that our team helps them work on.
Goals like Juan's, who's now on track to get his associate's degree at MATC and his bachelor's from UW-Madison.
I belong to Madison. I finally found a home after all those years.
That was Armand Rahman reporting. HUD is also giving the CDA and other public housing authorities the ability to help cover cost of rising rents.
They've approved exception payment standards as reasonable accommodations for up to 140% of their fair market rent.
Checking in now with Savannah. What's coming up?
Lower 50s out there. We'll talk about just how low temperatures are going to go tonight into tomorrow.
And we're at Brewers Field this morning talking about what's happening with Forward Madison right now in 2024 and what's still to come here in the 608.
A1 Furniture and Mattress is closing their giant showroom, and that means the best prices ever. Everything must go. Over $1 million in inventory must be sold. Name brands at huge discounts for every room. Store closing sale on now at A1 Furniture and Mattress.
There is nothing like a Wendy's Frosty. It's cool. It's creamy. It's only $1 right now. Wait, what? The one and only Frosty is $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
If you've been seriously injured in a truck crash, call Gruber Law Offices. We've successfully represented people injured in truck accidents for more than 35 years. We know what it takes to get the results you deserve. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
I love the co-op because of the good food and it supports the community.
I love the fresh produce, coffee at the juice bar for while I'm shopping, and the large selection of bulk products.
I think the prices are great. I love the co-op because they make healthy food affordable for people.
I love the people who work here and the people who shop here.
The vibe is great, and they have fun cooking classes for kids.
I love the co-op. I come here almost every day.
It's kind of my mini vacation going there.
Owning my own home is nice. You can just come home knowing that it's yours. It's a sense of pride, sense of ownership, and enjoying it with everyone I love and care for.
Make a lasting impact on local families in need. Please donate today.
Shop from the largest selection of Chevy trucks and SUVs in Wisconsin at Bergstrom Chevrolet. All with Bergstrom's negotiation-free upfront pricing, including our exclusive 7-day price protection and money-back guarantees. Stop in or shop and purchase at BergstromChevrolet.com.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is taking you beyond the barometer. Email your weather-related questions to firstwarn@WISC-TV.com, and our team of meteorologists will give you the answers on News 3 Now, live at 4.
A1 Furniture and Mattress is closing their giant showroom, and that means the best prices ever. Everything must go. Over $1 million in inventory must be sold. Name brands at huge discounts for every room. Store closing sale on now at A1 Furniture and Mattress.
Moving forward in your community. Lending helping hands. Spotlighting the people. Telling the stories. Warning you first. Your local news source. For nearly 70 years. News 3 Now. Moving forward. 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
6:43 on your Friday morning. Forward Madison FC is having a big year in the 608, and this weekend is no different.
Our Josh Sprider is live at Brewers-TV this morning with what's happening there this weekend. They got a big weekend coming up, Josh.
Hey, they sure do, guys. And when don't they? There's always something happening here with Forward Madison. And boy, we're taking a look at Brewers-TV with a view on a Friday morning. The sun is shining. It's a little cool out here, but we're taking it all in. You can see they had a big concert here last night, so they're in their beginning stages of taking down, getting ready for tomorrow's big match, and it's going to be a big night here at Brewers-TV Field. Connor with Forward Madison joining us. Connor, good morning to you.
Great to be here.
So you guys are all about these partnerships, and there's going to be a well-known Packers legend that's going to be joining you for some fun this weekend.
You bet. It's our American football night tomorrow night. Mason Crosby will be out here. He'll be meeting fans. He'll do our ceremonial first kick to start the game. And then at halftime, we'll be doing the crossbar challenge. So he'll get a chance to kick 10 balls. We're going to see that if he still has that great kicking leg. Take away the football, put in a soccer ball. He gets 10 chances to hit the crossbar on the goal. For every time he hits the crossbar, we're going to knock $1 off the beer price.
Oh, boy.
For the second half, so it should be fun.
Well, let's hope he does a good job then.
I hope he gets like 1 to 2. That'd be great.
Yeah,
you know, like as the guy that owns the business, I don't want him to get too many. Could hurt us.
So it's awesome. You guys are going green and gold here too. You have the special jersey.
Yeah, unique green and gold Forward Madison jersey to celebrate Mason's visit. There's a ticket package where you can get the jersey, ticket to the game, and get in line to meet him.
We have some video we want to show folks because if people have never been to Breeze-Stevens for a Forward Madison match, these are filled with so much energy.
Yeah, it's like, you know, a unique thing about the experience here. You're 10 feet from the action on all four sides of the field. So you're right in the action. Amazing professional athletes playing on the field, and just great fan support. The flock, our supporters end, that's banging drums, doing cheers, lighting smoke, waving flags all game long. There's an environment really unlike anywhere else in the U.S. and lower division American soccer. And just we're so fortunate to have that right here downtown Madison.
When you talk about how special that is, I mean, this view, right? Like, we are in downtown Madison. Yeah. Like, how many clubs have an opportunity to be in such a spectacular city like this?
Yeah, no, very few across the country. You know, the goal of new teams and building soccer stadiums across the U.S., they want to be downtown. We've got this 98-year-old stadium right downtown. We're so fortunate to have a great venue in a great neighborhood with really good neighbors. You can grab a beer, get it, you know, down on East Wash right before the game and come over and enjoy it. So just we're really fortunate to have such a great location and a historic facility.
And a lot to look forward to yet this season. Of course, Mason Crosby here tomorrow night. So people are interested in this weekend. What should they know?
Yeah, forwardmadisonfc.com for tickets. You can come on out. 6 o'clock gates, 7 o'clock game. It's a big game for us as well. We're in the Jägermeister Cup, which is our in-season tournament. We currently lead our table. We're undefeated at home during that tournament, and if we win tomorrow night, we'll be in a better position to advance to the playoffs.
And the weather's looking fantastic, too.
Yeah, weather looks great, and just 7 home games left in the season if you want to come on out and see Forward Madison here at Breeze.
And I know you guys have Oktoberfest coming up next week, too, which is kind of a tell of the season, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Exactly, yeah. It's you know, our celebration, our take on that great, you know, event, and we'll do a Forward Madison boot with a ticket for just $45. So 67 ounces of beer and a ticket. Come on out. That's the next Wednesday night.
A lot to look forward to. Connor, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Great to have you here.
If you'd like to learn more about what's happening at Forward Madison, again, as you mentioned, there are only a few more home games left, so still some time to be able to come out here and enjoy it. We have everything you need to know right now on channel3000.com here, guys. Beautiful morning to be out here on the field. It sounds like it's going to be an even better weekend to be out here and enjoy some soccer.
Yeah, it will be. Kudos to photojournalist Mark Schilling for a gorgeous shot there at Breeze-Stevens Field. Thanks, Josh.
Always, you bet.
Now we're going to check in with meteorologist Savannah Brito. What can people expect for this weekend?
Guys, early this morning and overall this weekend going to be cooler than what's normal for southern Wisconsin. We're waking up to 54 in Madison, 52 in Oregon, 52 in Waunakee, 50 degrees in Sauk City. Juneau is one of the coolest areas, though, this morning. Upper 40s there, just to our northeast, 48. We'll see more 40s. Upper 40s widespread, I think, tonight into early tomorrow morning will fall to around 50 degrees or the 50-degree mark. That's going to be under mostly clear skies. After a mostly to partly sunny day, breezy, though. We'll see winds increase briefly up to about 20 to even 25 miles per hour. That's not till later in the day, though. The temperatures are going to be about 10 degrees below average. That's today. We keep with that trend through the weekend. Saturday, 73, so a little warmer, but want to note both today and tomorrow, I do think only a couple areas will make it in the mid to upper 60s just after that cold front, packing a little bit of a punch, making it feel almost fall-like. 81's where we should be through the weekend. Sunday, we climb closer to that, still about 5 or so degrees below average, though, even during the second half of this upcoming weekend. Might see a couple of sprinkles as temperatures warm in the mid to upper 60s, lower 70s today. I think Madison making it up to 71 later today. And then clearing out overnight. We'll see a few clouds during the afternoon, but that's what's going to lead to cooler temperatures out there compared to what we saw this morning. Our winds back out of the west. Gusts could approach 20 to 25 miles per hour. They will lighten up a little bit for Sunday. It'll be breezy and cooler for the first half of your weekend. Temperatures again Saturday afternoon only going to range between those upper 60s and lower 70s. The wind gusts right now between about 10 and 15 miles per hour. Not a big factor, but they will increase as we head for later this afternoon into the evening. And then it stays breezy tonight even into Saturday too. Again, Saturday probably looking like the windier of the 2 days and also cooler out of your weekend. We're up to 77 Sunday, even warmer Monday and Tuesday. That's still closer to what's normal, but not quite there yet. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, that's your next best chance of showers, maybe a few storms. No need for alert day conditions right now as nothing looks to be severe. That's also when nighttime temperatures warm a little bit and we'll see humidity levels climb. But overall, guys, pretty good weekend ahead.
All right, Savannah, thank you. Looking ahead to the weekend, downtown is going to look a lot different this weekend because Ride the Drive's going on. The free event runs Sunday from 10 to 2. It promotes the use of alternative transportation within miles of open streets. Participants can also go through 6 key Madison parks. All 6 parks are going to have activities for all ages, food, and entertainment. So here's the traffic impact if you're planning on driving downtown Sunday. Here are the street closures you need to know about. From 9 until 3, John Nolan is going to be closed from Olin Avenue to the South Blair and Willie Street section. That's going to be closed. Also, Willie Street will be closed from South Blair to Ingersoll, and Regent will be closed from West Wash to South Orchard.
Coming up in the morning sprint, why Samsung is recalling more than 1 million of its stoves.
First out, we want to wish a happy birthday to Harlow. Happy birthday, Harlow. We're back after this.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you, thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Everyone has their own idea of what fitness means to them. Here's what it means to us. We believe fitness can be more than exercise, that it can build a better tomorrow. It can change how you feel. It can build more than muscle. It can build community. And no matter what your reason, the common goal is simple. It's for a better tomorrow. Join us for a better tomorrow.
Now is the best time to buy new Champion windows, because when you buy 2, you get 2 free.
Hurry, Champion's Buy 2, Get 2 free sale is for a limited time.
That's a great deal. Thanks.
Call 888-4CHAMPION or schedule your free in-home estimate online today.
Turn your old deck into dollars. You can trade in your old deck and earn cash back towards a brand new deck that is backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. All you have to do is visit tradeinmydeck.com, answer a few quick questions, and you'll see your estimated trade-in value instantly. Visit tradeinmydeck.com.
Kamala Harris has taken on gang members to get justice for victims, taken on big banks to pay back people they ripped off, taken on drug companies to cap insulin at $35. Now she's running to take on greedy corporations who jack up prices to lower everyday costs for working families. They're spending millions on ads attacking her because she'd be a president who fights for you. FFPAC's responsible for the content of this ad.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC turn your design dreams into reality. With customized solutions and quality products, our passion and expertise will help turn your room into a dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
The First Warn Weather Team takes you beyond the barometer, only on News 3 Now.
It's 6:54, time for the morning sprint.
No one is hurt after a shooting at the Harmony Apartments on Madison's east side. Police responded to reports of multiple rounds of shots fired just after 8:30 last night. When officers got there, they did find evidence of a shooting, but no damaged property. It follows 2 shootings there last year that killed a 20-year-old man and a 15-year-old girl.
Breaking internationally, a third teenager is in custody in Vienna for a foiled plot to attack now canceled Taylor Swift concerts. They say the suspect took an oath of allegiance to an Islamic State group. Just yesterday, authorities had arrested 2 people and said they were not looking for other suspects. Both of those suspects also linked to terrorist organizations.
3 of the 4 men charged in the death of Devontae Mitchell are in custody. Milwaukee police have arrested these men. They are still looking for Herbert Williamson, who has a warrant out for his arrest this morning. The 4 are charged with murder for the June incident in which they held Mitchell down. The medical examiner has ruled his death a homicide.
Former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris will have their first presidential debate next month. ABC says both Trump and Harris have agreed to it. This comes after Trump posted on his social media that he would not appear on the network. The debate will take place on ABC on September 10th.
Leaders in the U.S., Egypt, and Qatar are demanding that Israel and Hamas return to stalled talks on a ceasefire in Gaza. They say only the details are left to negotiate. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office says that his team will continue negotiations August 15th. This comes amid heightening tensions between his country and Iran.
Samsung is issuing a safety recall for some of its stoves due to their designs. The Consumer Product Safety Commission says over 1 million units are affected. They include both gas and electric ranges. If a flammable object is on top of the range, pets and even humans can start a fire by bumping into the knobs. Samsung will provide free knobs, locks, or covers for affected products.
It'll feel fall-like today and tomorrow. Even Sunday temperatures start to climb, but that 77 still below average. 71's the forecast for today. We're up to 73 tomorrow. A couple areas I want to note might only make it in the mid-upper 60s today and again tomorrow, just because that cold front did pack a little bit of a punch. But temperatures are going to slowly make their way back to what's normal. Monday and Tuesday are up to 79, and then the 80s could return Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Might look a little more active mid to late week next week, too.
All right, so not too hot, not too cool.
Just
perfect weather.
Just right.
Fall-like, yes.
Thanks, Savannah. We'll have another news and weather update in 30 minutes.